Have you ever been stuck in a situation where it ended up in your favor? Like
you went to go do something
and then
for someone else, and then you ended up benefiting from it? Something like that?
Maybe that. Or what happened to me and my friends is we got stuck up in Tahoe in a snowstorm, and we couldn't make it back down the hill to catch our flight back home. But that was fine because we were like partying with some girls and some booze. So we were like, oh, looks like it's snowing outside. Guess they closed down the pass going down the hill. We have to stay an extra day. Oh no, that really sucks. Ever been stuck in a situation like that? Where you're like, the weather has...
I can't say that I have.
Isolated you, and you become the benefactor of that isolation? Like we're talking about hurricane parties earlier.
Yeah.
And these people are...
The only thing that ever happened to me was...
making the most out of a really bad situation.
I grew up way out in a rural area in the foothills of Mount Rainier. Whenever we'd lose power, we'd lose it for like 5 days. But I wouldn't have to go to school.
Did you have like parties?
Didn't have any girls or parties around because, I was in junior high.
The folks on the
pretty lame
Norwegian Escape is that cruise is living up to its name. It's on a cruise to nowhere until it's safe to dock in Miami, right?
So where was it going?
So people...
What was the cruise?
I don't know what it was, but typically they'll come back like either on a Saturday or Sunday. So obviously they couldn't have came back yesterday.
So the cruise is getting extended because...
Yeah, so they're just cruising around in the Atlantic Ocean away from hurricane until it's safe to dock in Miami again. Well, Miami got a really big storm surge yesterday as a result of this, so they have to repair a lot of the infrastructure there within the city. So
they could be on the boat another week.
They could be on the boat a few days, yeah. I mean, here's the thing is they're going to make it in their best interest to get back as soon as possible because they are giving the passengers on the cruise free booze.
Because they can't get them back to the dock in
while
time.
They're out there, it's complimentary booze. Now, if you've ever bought booze on a cruise ship, you know that booze on a cruise ship is not cheap.
Well, they got to pay for all that free food they're giving you. So they charge you on the booze.
Right.
Wow,
and
it's like pretty good.
And they charge like that standard tip and all that nonsense.
But I mean, God, it's like you've been on that boat for probably a week and you went and did this cruise and now you're going to have to stay on it another week. And it's like you already did the vacation.
But you get free booze on this cruise for another week.
Well, free booze only, okay, for maybe 48 hours. And then I'm like, okay, this sucks.
It's different when you're out in the ocean. You're out in the sunshine. You're having a good time,
Yeah,
man.
but you're stuck on a boat. Like, if you could pull up to a port somewhere and you could get out and maybe do something, that would be better. Then it's like, oh, wow, they're extended vacation.
So if I've
only done one cruise, and I was ready to get off it on the 8th or 9th.
As the Norwegian cruise representative, okay, I call you up and I say, all right, we got a cruise deal going on. We're going to give you the standard rate. And here's the thing. There's a possibility that cruise will get extended for 4 days, but you won't have to pay anything extra. And if it gets extended for those 4 days, it's going to turn into a booze cruise. You're going to say yes or no?
No, I'm gonna say yes.
Okay.
I mean,
that is the 805 Reviews poll question this morning over at KZOZ.com.
Is this what you listen to when you're on the cruise?
Yeah.
Is this cruise music?
Oh, yeah. This is Caribbean cruise music.
This sounds like that stuff that they play at resorts as you walk around the pool.
Yeah.
And it's like, oh, this is trendy, but chill.
Yeah.
You can relax to this, but it's very classy and hip.
I mean, then I might try something other than a Long Island iced tea because I have to get the most booze for my buck on the cruise, and that's
you got to get a Miami Vice.
The Long Island iced tea is where it's at.
You know what the Miami Vice is?
No, I don't.
It's a strawberry daiquiri and a pina colada together.
Okay,
Miami Vice it up.
Sure,
pretty good actually.
I go for that.
Coconut strawberry rum drink.
That would be a fun cruise.
They could have called it that. But
I would totally go on that cruise. But
at what point do they start running low on food, though?
At some
Are
point
they really
in my life.
that stocked?
Yeah, they stocked.
And then they got the bathrooms?
Well, because of what
you always
happened.
hear about these horror stories about the bathrooms overflowing?
What has happened in the past with the cruise lines, they've gone to school on those incidents that have taken place where they couldn't return to port or the cruise loses power or whatever the case is. They make sure that their customers are going to be well taken care of if that's the case. And they knew that this hurricane was out in the Atlantic ahead of time when they left port.
So they probably
and they're
packed
like,
it full
listen,
of
there's
some
a
extra
possibility this could hit. Let's make sure we pack some extra Captain Morgans. Maybe that's where the run on the Captain Morgans was, at the liquor store.
The cruise line took all the Captain Morgans.
Gilligan ran down to the liquor store and said, "Hey, Skipper, I got the Captain Morgans. All right, booze cruise it is. 4 more days out at sea." Oh, that would be so much fun. But then I understand when you're answering this question, you have to take into account the responsibility that goes along with your everyday life. Could we, with our jobs, get away with taking an extra 4 to 5 days off?
Oh,
Because
sure,
we're stranded
yeah.
on a cruise?
Yeah,
We could.
this job is not that important.
We could, yes.
Yeah, they could live without
But
us.
could
No
you?
problem.
Would your work go for that? And what
about if you got kids?
kids? Yeah, kids are the other thing.
What do you do when you guys go on cruises? Leave your kids at your
Well,
parents'?
we've only gone on one. It was a 3-day cruise, and my sister-in-law looked after the kid. And
Hey,
it was
sorry, we're gonna get drunk for 4 more days. Can't do anything about it.
Sorry, we're stuck.
We're drunk right now.
Hope you don't mind taking them to school and taking care of all that stuff.
Yeah,
It wouldn't be a bad.
That's family. They have to do that. So you're good.
We were stuck.
These people are probably going to have a very good experience.
Hurricanes happen.
It's the KZOZ.com poll question brought to you by 805 Reviews. Are you in for this or no way? Too much responsibility. And the question is, if you were offered a cruise with unlimited free booze, but you had no idea when you would be able to return home, would you be in for it? To me, this is a pretty obvious answer, but we're asking you anyways.
Is it that obvious, though? Because there are people
Would
that
you be on board for this, or do would you be upset because maybe you have other things you had to do? I mean,
29-year-old me would have been yes. It's 100% yes.
Life can wait, though, right? I mean, that's what you got to do. You got to go. You got to channel your 29-year-old self, Jeff, and you have to say, yes, I'm 42, and yes, I have a family and more responsibility, and I have a career now. But damn it, that will all be there when I get back.
Can I tell you that
in 5 more days?
I second guess taking my annual summer vacation because I know that, like, it's not like. There is certain things that we have to do here as a job, and this is part of our job, but then we have other facets of our job as well that we have to do. Everything that I should have got to over those 2 weeks, I'm going to have to make up for. And I'm still making up for stuff from my summer vacation, and here we are in September.
Should have worked ahead.
I try.
I know. It's so funny. Sometimes I feel like by the time I'm ready to go on vacation, I'm so over vacation because of all the work I had to do, so I could be gone for 2 weeks.
And on the tail end of it, all the stuff that you're going to have to catch up on.
You don't have a choice. I mean, you're there. I mean, you're stuck on a boat.
You're stuck by the powers that be.
But if you had a genie, if you knew what was going to happen, if you knew this was a possibility, do you continue to do this, or do you take another route, cancel your cruise, and go another time? Right now, 100% of people are saying, hell yeah. By the way, the cruise is offering free booze. The food's already free. So now you're not going to have to pay for anything else while you
It's a bonus cruise. It's a bonus.
Have an extended vacation.
It's funny.
Haven't you ever taken an extended vacation? It's like I've had
29 when I was 29.
Almost every other year I have some sort of flight problem with mine, and it's only a day. But I love that extra day of vacation. I'm like, wait, I don't have to deal with airports today. I don't have to deal with going back, seeing Jeff. I could just sit here and drink more beer and catch fish.
It's like a positive thing to have, right?
It's an extension. It's a bonus. That's what it is.
There are some interesting responses to this on our Facebook page, and these are people that got into situations. They got stuck into situations like what is happening on that cruise line that is out to sea right now that can't return to Miami. We will go over what Doug had to say, because he was out in a cruise when Hurricane Andrew hit.
Oh, so he
back
was
in 1992.
He was in a situation like
that. Yeah, the cruise that you were on, if it caught on fire, would you be upset?
Yeah, that's kind of scary. I don't know if I would do a cruise again. I know that when these cruise ships have problems and they get stranded, and there was one that was stranded off of the coast of San Diego. It was actually down in, I think, this Mexico waters for a little while. Mm-hmm. You remember that a couple of years ago? Mm-hmm. And they had a fire, and then they had all kinds of septic issues. They were telling people not to flush the toilets. They
had to take Spam by helicopter out to the boat.
And they're like, everybody's getting a free cruise. Like, no, thank you. I just want a refund.
So you wouldn't go on a cruise again?
I don't know. I mean,
you don't know until you're in that.
But in that moment, yeah, I'm not going to be excited to go on another cruise.
You would be adverse to the idea of going on a cruise again once being stranded out in sea. but you'd be cool with going out to sea and being stranded, knowing ahead of time that you might be stranded as long as they gave you free booze afterwards.
Even the situation we're asking in the poll question today, where it's like, all right, you know what, guys, the hurricane happened. We all know that. Everybody knew what was going on. We can't go in. So what we're going to do is we're going to extend your vacation. We're going to take care of everything for you guys. Enjoy the next probably 4 days. We'll keep you updated on what's going on. I'd be fine with that. That's a whole different situation than the boat's on fire. Because when the boat's on fire, the boat might sink.
Doug wrote in.
That would be the worst.
He says he was on a cruise with the Norwegian Cruise Lines back in 1992 when Hurricane Andrew hit. And it just so happened that there was a fire on the zero deck. That's where the engine is.
Okay.
And they ended up giving them a free cruise the next year. Plus, on that cruise,
Free booze?
they got free booze.
Thank God. See, that's the cruise I knew. Hey, we had a fire in the engine room, and yeah, we're. I wonder if he was floating, like if they were stalled, like they couldn't go anywhere, like they were just sitting there bobbing around like a buoy. Because in that situation, I'm like, yeah, I'm going to need a lot of booze, and I'm going to try to drink as much as I can.
Do you want a lot of booze if you're bobbing around like a buoy?
Well, yeah, I don't know. I mean, I don't want to be sober.
I don't want that.
Knowing that there was a fire, knowing that we're stranded. You know what I mean? That would freak me out. That would be. I need booze. Yeah, vodka.
I think
please.
the
Lots
free
of it.
booze thing is the important part of it, because here's the thing: we've gotten not free cruise, but deep discounted cruise, like where the cruise.
You and your wife?
Yeah, where the cruise is, you guys just pay the port fees, and then we're going to give you a free room. And that's the cruise that we went on to Mexico, the 3-day cruise.
What's a port fee? I mean, what's that cost?
It was actually quite a bit. It was like $300
for both of you.
That covered both of us.
Okay.
So about $150 a piece if you look at it by cruise terms, because everything's double occupancy. But it was only a 3-day cruise. So, you get a hotel room for 3 days. Is it going to be much more than that?
Right.
Probably not. 3-day cruise, but it's the money you spend when you're on board. That's where they get you. That's where the cruise makes their money. That's why they could sell you a cruise for, $400, a week-long vacation for $400.
What are you buying when you're on board? Just your drinks?
Your drinks. Drinks are expensive on board. Like it's not cheap to
Can't
drink.
get them anywhere else.
Exactly.
And they're real good about checking your luggage so you don't smuggle your own in.
And they incorporate the 15% or gratuity. So you can't.
What you guys did was brilliant, though. You knew a winemaker, and they would let you bring 2 bottles, and you just filled them with booze.
Well, that's what we did on our free
And
Christmas.
then
We
he
still
corked them.
but there's only
awesome.
you can only drink so you go up to the little area and you get like
Some juice.
cups of juice, and you fill it up.
But as a bartender, I'm like, yeah, I know what you're doing.
But everybody else
I know what you're up to.
is drinking like pina coladas and Long Island iced teas.
Get a virgin.
And then you're like, that still costs a lot. It still costs a lot for them. They are cocktail artists back there.
That's right. So I remember like sodas were complimentary, right?
No.
When I did my cruise, I thought the
sodas cost money
I thought
too.
sodas were complimentary.
No.
Okay. Well, never mind.
The only thing that is
I've only done one a long
complimentary
time ago.
is juice, and that is it.
So you have to drink orange juice or tomato juice or
whatever
I don't know,
juice
whatever.
they have in the juice bar at the cafeteria. So it's
Gotcha.
not like you're going to the bar to get it. So you can't go like, bring your bottle of wine that's filled with vodka up to the bar area. And so you're stuck drinking it inside this
Your
little
room.
tiny room that has no window in our case.
Oh, gosh. Really?
Well, yeah, because it was an interior room. We got the free cruise.
You got a free cruise.
We got the interior room. So it was like, here we are
that sounds-
sitting in this.
in a box.
What equates to a closet. And it's like, well, this isn't fun. We're trying to drink as much as we can and then go out and have a good time, but that was dumb. So we ended up spending a lot of money on that cruise and ended up not finishing off the bottles of booze either.
Oh, you really?
Yeah, because it was like, it was pointless.
Yeah.
It was pointless. So to get free booze on a cruise is the way to go. Now, Patrick writes in, he says that he would go on that cruise and he would take the kids along. His Disney cruise that he went on, this is strange. They have a package that comes with unlimited booze.
Awesome.
Not awesome. How do you do that on a Disney cruise? Disney cruises are filled with kids.
Sure, you have a kid or two. It's very stressful, right? You got to bring a nanny.
Yeah, but you can't take.
You got to bring Miss California to take care of the kids so you can do unlimited booze.
You can't take advantage of unlimited booze on a Disney cruise.
Why can't you?
Because you have kids.
No, bring Miss California to watch the kids.
Okay, maybe if you have like somebody watching the kids, but still, you are surrounded by parents that are judgy parents.
Well, this sounds like an amazing cruise to go on.
And you get that unlimited booze package. It's like that's good for what, 3 to 4 drinks a day, perhaps, before people start passing judgment on you because you know you're there with kids. Nobody takes a
Reason
Disney
197 why I don't have kids.
There's no reason to take
Judgy
a
parents
Disney cruise with no kids
on an all-inclusive, unlimited booze cruise.
Yeah, it's like, oh, I got the booze package. Great, you're on a Disney cruise. What's that going to get you? Like, you ever try to walk around Disneyland, California with a couple too many beers? You don't go over well.
I'm not even a parent, and I don't want to drink when I'm at Disneyland. Like, I feel like everybody who does drink,
right.
I think the last time I drank it was at California Adventure because that's where they had it.
Yeah.
And I had a beer, and somebody said, "Do you want another one?" I'm like, "Nah, I think I'm okay."
A lot of kids around here.
Yeah, this is where I came to drink.
Jeff and Jeremy in the morning. 93.3 KCOZ rocks.